Hello and welcome to Unite and Ignite, coverage of the 2010 TYPS Youth Conference. We finished part one with an interview with Josie Labee, one of the organizers of the conference.
According to Les, I'm the know-it-all person, and I'm the know-all person.
You're the know-it-all,
know-all person. I know everything that's going on here. I've been working on about a year on preparing this conference, and I'm very pleased with the outcome as of today.
As right now,
It's really, really amazing. We have new people. We have old faces. It's always nice to see the youth centers come back. And for some others, it's a brand new experience. And it's an amazing experience for them to be here, actually.
You said you worked on this conference, entire conference, for entirety of a year. So how's the process on that?
The process is people here on Sunday will fill out an evaluation of the conference. What they liked, what they didn't like, what could be improved, and things like that, and what they would rather not see anymore. And then I take that information, and if there are specific workshops that they want to see next year, I start working on who could I get to present the workshop, who could I get, where can I get that kind of information, and then I start kind of have a draft of the program right away for the following year, and then I just in and out and make the changes as it goes, because sometimes people will say, I'll do workshop, and then they're not available or things like that. And then you look for the people to do the TYPS Olympic and people to do the dance and the little à côté of the conference. For the past 2 years, I've sent a letter, and that has to be done like by the end of June, is a letter to the Governor General to attend the conference. And last year there was an issue, I forget what it was exactly.
Probably a scheduling issue,
yes, it's a scheduling issue for her, and this year it was the Parliament was shut down, so she couldn't attend, and not knowing what would happen, she couldn't commit. So I have a plan for next year, and we may do something a bit different. And the outing for next year will be another outing aside from Parliament Hill. I've worked really, really hard to get the tour to the Parliament building for the group, but because we're so many, they can't do that. Mm-hmm. So I tried again this year, like maybe they changed their mind, and again, it's too large of a group to do that.
They do group outings, but not for 400 people, essentially.
Yeah. So what I have suggested, like when I start sending email to the youth center or promote the conference when we travel across the country, is one, if you'd like to tour the Parliament, when you fly from BC or Carcross or Faro, Yukon or Yellowknife or Newfoundland, which is like, one end of the country to the other, take another day. Like take an extra day to stay and check it out, because Ottawa is a beautiful city.
It is a very beautiful city.
So I promote that while I promote the conference, and I work on all kinds.
You're promoting a tiny bit of the city, the host city, essentially.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you tried to get the tour for the Parliament. That must have been a headache, to try, and then they say no, and you try again, and you say no. Aside from just getting the tour of the Parliament, were there any other hiccups or headaches or things that were really difficult to
well,
get
it's
going?
Always a bit challenging to organize a big event like this. Mm-hmm. So I'm always happy to see the event unfold beautifully like it's going now. But it is a tremendous amount of work, very challenging to get the speakers, to get members of parliament to attend the conference, to find the right people to come to the conference, because some people, this is not their forte, the youth, and we're looking for people that can inspire the youth. Like Landon Pearson last night is inspiring for youth and teaches a few things at the same time that they may or may not know. And that is the plan of setting up such an event, is to be able to, between the youth and the adult and the Parliament, the MPs, the MPPs, to come to together to try and work. Sometimes I succeed and can get a few members of Parliament. Some other times they can't come, they're not available. And the same for the outing to Parliament Hill today. Lucky enough that one of our youth center attending this conference set up that their MP would be at the door of Parliament Hill to welcome the whole group. So that's pretty amazing in a way, because it's been difficult to do that. So it's I love it. I just love organizing the conference and make it work for the youth and interesting. And I try to find different subjects. I don't particularly want to repeat the same subjects every year. You know, if a workshop is a big demand, then I'll see it on the evaluation and then I can bring it back. But if it isn't a big demand, then, you know, I'll skip a year on that workshop and then bring it back the following year. And it's different groups and different people, and then you find different interests. Like, so my job is to find what they want.
And to organize
and then
it, really.
is to put it together. Yeah.
It must be a great job.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I got the best job in the world.
That's it for part 1. However, stay tuned for part 2, where we will hear more about Unite and Ignite, the 2010 TYPS Youth Conference. Until then, I'm Matthew Jodoin, signing off.